Hello, my name is Aryan. I'm the Director of Marketing for Creighton Motors, and today I'd like to discuss different ways that we can use our 100-year anniversary to have better public relations with the community. Now, to start, I'm going to be explaining a five-step process that I've laid out in front of me. The five-step plan is one, to explain the role of promotion as a marketing function. The second step is to identify types of public relations activities. The third step is to participate in community outreach. The fourth step is to describe factors used by businesses to position corporate brands. And the final step is to maintain relationships with customers. I'm also going to be answering the three questions that you've included in the description of this question at the end. Now, to begin, explain the role of promotion in a marketing function. Now, we need to identify that promotion is one of the four P's in marketing, which means it's extremely important. Promotion is also what we do for the community that gets us noticed by them, what promotes us as a brand. Now that we've explained and defined what promotion is in a marketing role, let's go on to step number two, which involves us identifying public relations activities. Now, public relations is what we do for the community that improves our own image, which also has stuff to do with positioning, which we'll get on to step number four. Now, public relations, what things that we can do is we can donate to the community, and this could be through C Corps. Another thing we could do is we could set up a car concert, which I will be speaking about. By donating to the community, we give back to the community that gave their interest to us. They allowed us to set up a dealership in their area, and by doing so, we were able to grow as a company. Not only do we have hundreds of dealerships throughout the nation, but we have 100 towns that we can sell in, that these towns are our customer base. So we need to be really grateful to them and give back to the communities that gave so much to us. Now, different C corporations that we could donate to would be a local sports team, perhaps, or maybe a children's hospital or an orphanage. Now, I think it'd be fitting to donate $1,000 for each dealership. By doing this, we donate $100,000 in total, which is pretty fitting considering that it's our 100-year anniversary. Another thing that we can do is we could set up a car concert, which I actually have an outline for right here. And this is what a car concert would look like. Okay, the lighting's not amazing, but we can manage. So this is the stage. This is where the person comes to perform, and then we have all these cars set up. Now, the reason I have the cars set up in four rows is because we have four different kinds of cars. We have coupes, sedans, SUVs, and trucks. By having them set up like this, we allow the people that come to experience what it's like to sit in a coupe, sedan, an SUV, or a truck. Now, by doing that, we can effectively advertise our cars in person without having a sales representative there, but we can allow people to sit in our cars and experience it for themselves so that they can see how high quality we are and perhaps influence their decision for the next car that they buy or lease. Which is why I would like to set up a car concert, because it not only serves as a way for us to unite the community, but it also serves as a great method of advertising that I think would be very effective. Third, the third step is to participate in community outreach. Now, my plan for community outreach is to go for donations. And it's important to identify community outreach. It's what you give back to the community. So by giving them a car concert, that's maybe an hour of thrills. However, by giving back to the community through C corporation, by donating to C corporations, two things happen that's good for us and the community. One, the money that we pay goes directly to helping people. It doesn't go through any back channels. Because it's a C Corp, it has to go through a lot of federal regulation and a lot of IRS audits to make sure that all the money that comes in from donations goes exactly where it needs to be. So these are trusted organizations that we can donate to. Another thing that's good is that by donating to them, we can use this as a tax write-off, so that instead of worrying about, oh, we're donating, this is coming straight from our profits, it's really not, because the amount of money that we pay for them will be taken out from the amount of taxes that we pay. And by doing this, we really don't lose any money, but we gain a lot of respect from the community by doing this, from hundreds of different communities from around the nation. In fact, we also change lives, and this could be, $1,000 can go a long way in an orphanage. It could buy food for maybe 20 kids for a year, which could mean the world to all these kids, and they will forever hold us in our hearts for doing this. Another thing that we could do is have a local barbecue where we can award the staff with awards. Now, this serves as reward and recognition, which could further motivate the employees that work at each individual dealership to show that we're not only doing this to celebrate with the community, but we're also celebrating ourselves and how far we've come as a corporation. This will also increase employee satisfaction once they realize that this company that they work for cares about each and every single one of them, and we do. The fourth step in our five-step plan is to describe factors used by businesses to position corporate brands. Now, position is the image that you have in a company. Sorry, position is the image that a company has in the world. It's the public image that you have. Now, it's said that we are our own worst critic. So it wouldn't be fair for us to understand where we are lacking, where we're doing well. An appropriate method to go about this would be to implement focus groups and surveys. By asking our customers and the public, we can figure out the things that they like and things that they dislike. The first step that we should do is to include focus groups so that we can identify our shortcomings and strengths so that we can further go on and analyze our opportunities and our threats. The second step that we should do after identifying threats and opportunities is to fix the dislikes and neutralize threats. A threat, for example, could be pollution. By polluting in the future, perhaps we'd have to pay a hefty fine to the city if the city chooses to go completely carbon neutral. So by hopping onto the carbon neutral train early on, we do two things. One, any customer that dislikes about how much we pollute, we eliminate that. We make sure that they're content with the way that we operate in their land. And we also eliminate the threat of getting us in trouble by polluting too much by making our offices carbon neutral. The third step is to amplify things that we like and work on our strengths. For example, one of our strengths could be people really like how much we donate and how we donated all this money. So now what we could do is instead of every 100 years donating $100,000, every 5 years we select 20 dealerships to donate $1,000 each, and we do $20,000 in donations to these to from these five different from these 20 different dealerships. Sorry. Now, by doing this, we increase how much we donate, obviously, but it's obviously neutralized by the taxes that we pay because we're actually getting tax deductibles for this since we're donating to C Corps. And then we increase the community satisfaction with us. We make sure that they know that we're consistently making an effort to give back to the community, which is great for us and great for them. The fourth step is to repeat this because the more and more we do this, the happier customers will get with us, and they will be, in general, more satisfied with the way we operate, and we'll also be keeping up with the changing wants and needs of consumers as the market grows and develops. The fifth step and the final step will be to maintain relationships with customers. So one thing we can do is we can call them and see if they have any issues, and we can say up to $500. You have till the end of this year. Any issues that you have with your car, we will take care of it, whether it be tire changes, cracked windshield, or something as simple as maybe a oil change. So by doing this, we make it easier for them since many people have lost their jobs and money is tight around this time of year. We can take some stress off people's backs, especially when it comes to their cars. Now, the three questions that you had, I'd like to address them now. The three questions, the first being, explain if we should pay for the celebration or if the dealerships should. First off, we should treat this as a birthday party. Since it's our birthday, we should be paying. The corporate headquarters should be paying and not the individual dealership. Because it's not the dealership's birthday and we're asking them to do it, they shouldn't be the ones paying. It should be coming from us. Two, how could inviting the community lead to a future of sales? Now, by including the car concert, by inviting the community to this, we could expose them to the different kinds of cars that we can sell to them. And by doing this, we show them the high quality cars that we have. And perhaps we could even get some more sales through this because they'll see our cars and they'll like and enjoy them. Finally, how might Creighton Motors use their events to demonstrate support for communities? Now, one thing we could do is at these car concerts before they start, we could invite a representative from St. Jude's Children's Hospital to come up and we could ask one of our managers to give them a check of $1,000, which just shows how we support our communities. Once again, thank you for listening. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.